Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovative, and amazing Propagandacast from the host Imperial Dane, the one and only master propaganda hero, like defender of the fatherland. Off it to 2v2 on Elst Outskirts. North it is Helios and Whyyou again, fighting here for the German army, Deutschland. Here with the 16th Panzer Division. In the south it is Ziggity and Smallhnii, fighting for an American British Task Force, US 3rd Armored Division, supported by the British 50th Infantry Division. Got Cannonkrads, machine guns out of Whyyou again, Panzer Grenadiers and half-tracks for Helios, assaulting and sappers are the Allies. So we are off. And as always, a big hearty thanks to my patron supporters for continued generous and heroic effort of supporting the Propagandacast. Keeps making all these videos possible. And a big thanks to keep commenting and liking on the video, helps out immensely with the YouTube algorithms. So, off we are, everyone. Steady approach here from both sides. Germans looks like they might be a bit closer to coordinating a bit better there. Allied players, well, there might be signs of coordination, but also signs they're just going each their own way. Dingoes out for Smallhnii. Cannonkrad busy. They're not too common to find Cannonkrads in 2v2 games. Certainly on the right hand has some potential, but it also has potential for just getting blown up very fast and doing nothing at all. But Whyyou again going heavy on the machine gun so far. No grenadiers, no infantry whatsoever. Might risk leaving his teammate to have to do all the infantry work, which definitely has some risks associated with it. But Whyyou here fortifying there around the warehouse here. Storehouse pioneer subscribing to the victory point here. We got more to the way for Ziggity to immediately respond to the German machine gun team sections for Smallhnii. Coastal defense out of Whyyou again, so might see some Italians, I guess. That just leaves Smallhnii and Helios here to pick a battle group. Sappers there, getting ready to pop a heavy German fire there out in the open. Got outmaneuvered here, good play there by Helios, completely decimating the Sappers. Dingo, a bit late to the side. Party, and we got grenadiers out of Whyyou again, so clearly not going for the Italians after all. Guess it's going to be for the bunkers and maybe the artillery there out of Whyyou again. And I guess the discounts on mines and such. So, and the officer, well, I mean, he's Italian. The actual Italian infantry squads. South side here, Ziggity building up before making the next push. Another section with the Smallhnii, rifling on the way there for Ziggity. We got the mortar now bombarding. Machine gun obviously being a very nice, easy target to you can start bombarding. Panzerjaeger and Helios. As the entire place slowly starts falling apart here. Aggressively so. MD-14 in the right squad, pioneers closing in. Do we have any flame push? We do have, in fact, we got Escalating already put the flame push going for the flank. And they can occupy the building, making this entire situation not tenable here for Whyyou again. Just going for mortars now. Heavy support weapon, heavy approach there. Machine gun there getting hammered here. Good push there by Ziggity. And up north here we got Smallhnii with the counter here, catching Helios as half-check and Panzer point at a tough spot. We do get grenade launchers.
Commander, enemy forces.
One almost wonder if he's going to go for that ability of the Panzer actually allows him to fire a rifle grenade. A grenade launcher out of the have to get one with them for 250 in a sense there. That would be pretty bullish. Almost got the Dingo there. Panzer is moving in. South side here, Ziggity continuing to advance here. Whyyou again, not able to put up much of an effective defense with only one grenadier. It's going to one machine in the field here for now. German mortar there surviving. South side here, American mortar into position pretty close. Honestly, a bit risky there. The Ziggity could result in the mortar becoming a Granadenwerfer there. Up north here, Dingo push back, Sab's getting blasted, tiny chance of wipe here, depending on how lucky the Germans are, or unlucky the Allies are, depending on perspective. Infantry supports in there, slowly arriving for Ziggity, platoon command post for Smallhnii.
We've lost contact with our sappers.
And sappers did go down, more grenadiers out of Whyyou again, pretty heavy tier 1. Continuing the pursuit here, might see more wipe potentially, depends of course how bold here Helios is, and I guess his courage met its end. Not that I blame him, half-track starting to look pretty damaged and pursuing to the base they could have lost in the half-track without necessarily getting like in the sappers or the Dingo here. So better to withdraw it and, you know, not risk it, I think, under the circumstances. Bombarding the building there. Possibly just to, like, you know, destroy it so the Germans can't use it. And here you go, Rask on the cutoff point, quick withdraws, having done the deed.
The sector's in enemy hands.
Cheeky play, Vickers on the way there for Smallhnii, who has gone for heavy armor. Actually withdrawing the Dingo there for more manpower.
Additional light vehicles can be withdrawn on your order.
Thumbs up, so it's Armoured and Heavy Armour versus Coastal Defense, and then one more battle group out of the DAK. Got Helios there going for the Mechanized Company. Again, quite actually equipped with communication
Heavy
cables.
machine gun has been deployed for you.
Not that common of an upgrade.
Proximity alarm. Our
Despite
territory
being
is under
fairly
attack.
good. Motor pool there for Ziggity and rushed out. Panzerjaeger and Company for Whyyou again.
We've lost the sector to the enemy.
Likely looking at Ziggity here then going for some Greyhounds and possibly even Chaffies. We'll have to see. Fast squad, they're taking a lot of damage.
Commander, rifle sections have been granted grenades as requested.
Grenades for Smallhnii. South side Ziggity pushing forwards here. With assistance from Smallhnii, but you could see a Raft squad getting wiped depending how aggressive Helios wants to be about it. Apparently not that aggressive. Sabbath next to some of the Wrath here, the grenade launcher. Baker setting up their ditch here. Hoping not to get buried in said ditch. But there you go, catching all of Helios' Panthers. They're definitely 2 bunks up there. Unfortunately, though, for Smallhnii, can't really finish it off here. Good smoke grenade there out of the grenade launcher and the machine gun. Thumbs up. An ability the Panzer Pioneers have, but the Fudging Pioneers don't. Despite being, you know, notably more expensive. A Greyhound there for Ziggity, the M8. Machine gun in a wee bit of trouble.
Is in enemy hands.
And a 6-pounder gun for Smallhnii. Got the cheaper sappers. Certainly could use that to replace some of them. Panzer is pushed back. Ambulance for Helios, and we got support armor elements looking at Stu D's and who knows, maybe recovery half track. 6-pounder almost under the Smallhnii. American forces meanwhile poking further up. He might threaten the field point in the south.
Anti-tank weapon and crew on the field.
Then does fall here to the Grenadiers. Witchland. Offers then an option here for Whyyou again. Of course, you may also want to consider Pack 40 first, seeing as he has no real anti-tank weapons short of a Panzerfaust. There you go, Pack 40 there for Whyyou again.
Sector overrun. The enemy
Current circumstances definitely makes more sense than the officer. I mean, officer can always be added later on, but more important right now to have something more significant to scare off in, like light vehicles out of the air. Smallhnii with the Stewards.
Sector lost.
M8 Greyhound armor coming forwards. Fun fact, the M8 Greyhound was actually initially designed as a tank destroyer, but obviously that fell apart a bit quickly once they realized the war thing was going and how things were progressing, and so it was like change into an armored car. So, little fun fact there. Panzerfaust blowing out the engine. Very good luck there for Ziggity, less so. Well, actually not for Ziggity, for Whyyou again. Ziggity definitely not having the good luck there with a blown out engine. Up north here, met British forces lining up another assault to be got. Helios here sort of hidden out here in the construction yard. Got totally caught into soften up the positions by the massive piles of bricks. Helios still no battle group. Does make you wonder what he's planning here. And there goes the red artillery hit on the 250. And there you go, 6-pound knocks it out. Panzer Grenadiers only fleetly survives, the rest got obliterated. Panzer Pioneers riding, almost wiped as well. Holy smokes. That was a very close call for that Panzer Pioneer. Very brutal push up the Smallhnii needs to advance, I think, swiftly here. Not exactly much in terms of German offensive with most of the forces routed, but here, Smallhnii, I feel like could be more aggressive, more active in pushing up. Southwest here, Whyyou again falling back towards the victory point for now. South side here of the forest is held by American forces with no real effort. Stu D for Helios, thumbs up. Stuart's almost done for Smallhnii. And Smallhnii actually moving away here from a direct push on the field point, despite again very light defenses. And there we go. We've got Panzerjaeger and Helios, Panzerschrecks, mines, and one for, like, you know, what's it called? You know, it basically gets the combined arms bonus and coming in a defensive position.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
Tank traps out of Smallhnii. But I have to actually lays down the mines. I mean, otherwise, he might as well go for that ability. It gives him access to. That'd just be tank traps and barricades, probably do that. I'll wait, can go for Panzerjaeger, in fact has so, thumbs up. Stug D moving in. Got the 6-pounder landing, a nice hit on the Stug. And Stewart also applying pressure here, moving forwards. Backed up at the ground, Allied forces hitting hard here at Helios. Whyyou again, got a second Pack 40 out. Oh, Panzer's got down there, Helios taking rather significant losses now. So we got there, Whyyou again having to withdraw his pack as nothing was actually backing it up. Panzerjaeger is Whyyou again, and no officer yet. Mortars and infantry brought up. Here we got the Allies there. Getting counterattacked by Helios. But might see another wipe here. One Helios Panzer and is only just one man again. But no, this time the fortune does briefly smile upon him. Vic has been flanked here though. Hit by mortar fire. Well, we could see the machine crew being cleared out here by German pioneers to keep up the attack. No! Held back here narrowly though. Second Stug D for Helios. Good shot on the captain. Got caches there for Smallhnii. We got the officer support on us for Whyyou again. Could be with needle efforts. We'll have to see. We'll have to see what his next course for the Allies as well. Section diving in here and right into the German gun lines with no real support here. And unsurprisingly ends up with a retreat there. North F fuel point slowly falling. We got his small build up here from Helios. They're sending in the Panzerjaeger and then without support from the Stug or anything else. Second Stug that is on the move. And we actually got the south side. I mean, there's nothing happening there. I do think Whyyou again is actually some forces southwards, but definitely could be doing a lot of economic harm to the Allies by just getting that fuel point. Those munitions point. So, arguably a bit of an oversight there. Bit of an oversight. And we do actually have the offside now on top of the Panzerjaeger there for Whyyou again. And Stug's leading the assault here, supported by infantry. Thumbs up there to Helios. Going for the 6-pounder gun crew, who's definitely not prepared for that. From there getting hammered. Stewart moving in. Rifleman getting blasted. Another 6-pounder there for M1 and saying for Ziggity. South side here, a bit more pressure, but still not really doing anything here. I feel like is a bit of an oversight by Whyyou again. Bit of an oversight. Of course, understanding he's somewhat close to his teammate, but you know, I feel like just one unit could do a lot there. Ziggity with the cash now, fuel cache here. Thumbs up to Mr. Ziggity. And Smallhnii going straight for the company command post, not slowing down there. Whyyou again could also take up soon, but he's got a bunker on the way. We could also, like, you know, go for Stugs, go for the Panzer Company. He could definitely just go for anything there, really. Crusader anti-aircraft tank being prepared for Smallhnii. He's also building a cache. Again, munitions cache, it would appear. Grenades for Ziggity. 396 was 429. Stug D inching forwards. There we go. Got the 6-pounder crew.
Losing a victory point.
Robin getting bombarded. We got an allied counterattack here from Smallhnii to Ziggity. South side again. Really, I feel like Whyyou again is being too passive here.
You have command points available.
I feel like we're sort of seeing something that happens in a lot of team games, at least I'm used to seeing team games from 2v2 side. It's like a player just designates a sort of like, okay, I'm holding this line and that's it sort of mentality. And it's like just, you know, halfway, even like further towards like, you know, their half of the map. And then we just never advance further. Despite there basically being a lot of like free real estate, they could like do a lot of like, you know, with And I feel like that's kind of what's happening here with Whyyou again. He's just kind of went, well, okay, this is my space, and I don't move any further beyond that. I'm not saying there's no merit to it, but when you're like, you know, just leaving the opponent a fuel point and munitions points completely for free, I feel like you're kind of overcommitting me, for example. Recovery half check for Helios, thumbs up. Allied forces getting up in that center. Another Stu DD out of Helios. Got the butterfly bombs. I think he's building another bunker.
The beggars are threatening a capture point.
Yep, he's using the ability there. Goes to the battle group. Still doing a bit of harbor laying down smoke. Still, British attempt to seize this from the Germans has, for now at least, fallen through. Ziggity with the tank depot. Buildable EC8s. $389, 429. Another attack here by Helios, valiantly charging at the German positions.
We've lost a sector.
Great shooting there. Rather than rolling up, we got a BAR drop there. Okay, withdrew the Stu, but looks a bit, and called in the Crusader anti-aircraft tank. I think that's a smart move there by Smallhnii.
Anti-tank crews are on standby for orders.
Certainly provides them with something a bit faster than infantry. A bit more durable. Obviously, could also just gone for a regular Crusader if he wanted to, but he clearly wanted the anti-aircraft version. Oh, the Panzerjaeger activity is getting wiped out. Can Smallhnii secure the wipe? Looks like the Stu D came in clutch here. Halting. Smallhnii's attempt to make any gains. Stay in the center. Got Flares Pop Team Officer supporting some pioneers in a slightly awkward find. There you go. He's hit with butterfly bombs right into the midst of the allies here. Helios play there out of Helios. Doesn't make any maneuvers. He retreats. Pretty painful for the allies very fast. Crusader anti-aircraft tank firing from behind Sakala walls against the officers there, pushing him back. 6-pounder gun being pushed forwards for the ditches while others are pulling back at the same time. Clearly, a bit too much going for Smallhnii, lost sight of that. Smallhnii's munitions cache there's almost been finished, but just hasn't been finished. Bit of an oversight there. Always awkward when that happens. So I'm assuming Helios going to go for the extinct Overwatch. I mean, he could surprise us with the elephant, but that would be a surprise for sure. Bishops for Smallhnii. Despite the nerf system to be 2s, they still feel very prevalent there. Whyyou again with another bunker. Another attempt on the centre here. Triple cap from the Germans. Allies need more work there. South side finally got some maneuvering. We also got here bunker on the far southern flank here out of Whyyou again. Yeah, it really feels like he's just designated this as like just, you know, his place, and he's just refusing to like advance any further. And again, the opponents effectively have a lot of room to just do whatever they want outside of it. Definitely not what I would call personally a particularly salient strategy. Like, even if this is, like, you know, your main line, you should still, like, have some theoretical, like, you know, outposts. So at least, like, you know, give you some more room and, like, eyes as to what's going on. But also, in this case, like, you know, could hit the fuel points. Like, there's so much you could be doing without necessarily investing in, like, a large amount. Like, you still have some units just patrolling, harassing, if you will. So I'm just dismissing everything here is, I think, just strategically not advisable. Up north here, DAK and Brett still at it.
Weapon teams will receive training immediately.
Team weapon training for Smallhnii. Bishops on the way. As Whyyou again is finding his line slowly being perforated, at least in the south. Down here the 223 as he actually went for the Luftwaffe company. Just to go for that one, it seems. Which is an odd choice. Not the one I would anticipate it. Especially after, he went also for, like, support elements and I guess Stoops and Evil, but just down what called them.
We're losing a victory point.
The strategy is definitely showing more and more oddities, if you will. Aberrations I can't quite explain in good conscience. But we got the Shermanese annoyed for small Ziggity, thumbs up to that. Mines exploding here. North is seeing here. That Smallhnii's being pushed back though by the pressure of Helios. The Stooks are suddenly getting some damage in. And most they're dueling it out with each other here. Across the south half of the map.
The point is being overrun.
Further southeast sections advancing, scouting out positions. 6 pounder gun recruit. Being cleared up by those dastardly Germans. 250 to 128. We got another set of butterfly bombs here out of Helios. Panzer company for Whyyou again.
The capture point is being overrun.
Thumbs up to that.
The enemy is pushing hard. We're down to 250
Stu D, they've actually to them. So we got the anti-tanks being sent in here, doing a lot of damage.
Hold all victory points. Act now.
Got the Stu D. Sting brother to Helios. You see the anti-tank running swift and mobile anti-infantry options here versus Helios' forces, wiping up Panzer Pioneer Squad. He's taking massive loss of the modifier bombs. I help him slow down here the advance of Smallhnii, at least partially. South side here, Ziggity in a fight there versus Whyyou again. His machine gun bunker powerless against the power of Brad Pitt. The bunker was clearly not designed with Brad Pitt in mind. Got Pioneers there though for Whyyou again. Another Stu D from Helios is going for triple of them. Feel like some more infantry and maybe some panzers would be good as well for Helios. So in the south here, bunker's about to go down. Bunker kaput. Easily knocked out here by the power of Brad Pitt. Captain here getting absolutely hammered with everything the Germans in the south half of the map can muster. Helios just sort of calculating back, not pushing for the victory point, not pushing further as well there. Both German players definitely starting to, I think, display a bit of a knack for just sitting back there on their half of the map instead of like trying to push like any advantage they can against their opponents. Officer there taking heavy fire alongside the outhouse. And there you go, we got an artillery order called in here. Softening up here the main point of German defense here in the north end here by the railway. Machine guns getting hammered, Panzer's in trouble. Machine gun team cleared out there. But we got the Stooks charging in though. Hitting the Allies in the rear, clearly from an angle they were not ready for. And follow up with a wave of Panzer Grenadiers. Not too shabby there from Helios. There was still nothing picked. Could indicate maybe elephants, but also might indicate he's just really slow picking anti-tank Overwatch. You never know. Scheduled tanks for Smallhnii. Ziggity with Allen industry line to get out those easy hits and discount. Anti-tanks cleared out. Stu's advancing still, keeping up the offensive. Allied forces moving in full, small narrow point, definitely things very easy for the Stu-Ds. And staying also very close, being wiped out there. Got it. EC8 on the move here, Stu-Ds definitely not prepared for Brad Pitt. Panzerjaeger's arriving, another Sherman EC8 here going for Ziggity. Panzerjaeger there with the cruise shot of there, saves the Stooks. Nice work there by Helios, good combo, thumbs up.
entry point to enemy action.
With another easy there, I was mentioned about down here for Ziggity. As for Helios, who knows what he's planning? At least he's going more infantry. Finally, thumbs up. Panther 4 for Whyyou again. Oh! Panzerjaeger there, clearly not paying attention, got blasted by the Brazilian aircraft tank. That's going to be a wipe there. Bit of a slip there by Helios, setting units like, hold fire and then not paying attention to it until it's way too late.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Painful blow there, but a good hit there for the Allies. CoH3 tank now halfway done here for Smallhnii. Bit of quiet. 189 versus 400.
Churchill infantry support tank.
Panzerjaeger's out for Helios at this point. He clearly wants the Panzerjaeger, so kind of makes sense. But Whyyou's in the way there, and of course we got the CoH3 as well. The Allied armoured strength is building up here. And again, there's just nothing is being done here. This is such a massive strategic error there by Whyyou again. If it just works like poke in, they'd just be able to do so much more to the Allies. But he's clearly quite happy with just having units do nothing there. And do not it's just, I feel like a bit lazy there, if anything. By Whyyou again. Definitely not something I would advise anyone doing. Waste of resources, but also just waste of opportunity and potential. And it really just hurts them because just giving the Allies free fuel, again, they could be doing so much there. And it's not like again he has amass a large amount of forces. You can just stick in the unit and just do the job. Instead, now we've got an ally pushing the center both moving in there. And he's not responding either because he's clearly more focused just his half of the map here for the most part. Still, the Germans do have a nice deal with the Allies in terms of victory points, but that's the sort of thing that can quickly get turned around if you're not careful. Helios there, still not picking ability. Could very well be an elephant we might be seeing here. And of course, then we'll have to see the buffs actually mattered. He's rushing forwards here. Double grenade, but hitting here at exposed German units again. This is lack of heavy anti-tank SSTs really could be a massive issue for him. Probably hard to take down. Stuke's in trouble. Panzerjaeger's in trouble. Basically a very bad engagement for Helios. I'm surprised he's not trying to withdraw more of his stuff against the EC8s. There you go. Panther 4 pack from Whyyou again to the rescue. Guess we're just trying to use his bait here. Oh, bit risky in there. Go Panther rushing, being hit with the anti-tank gun. Whyyou again, just throwing away the Panther like that. He's going for more, but that was avoidable, I'd say. Now we got more Allied forces moving in here. As the entire fight just gets bigger and bigger and more mean. Almost got the Ziggity there, but looks like it does survive. Heels with 10 command points there. Another Panther 4 there on the way here for Whyyou again.
Come on! Sound bigger shells than that! Light recon reporting.
There you go. That's a little order here out of Smallhnii again. Direct hit on the 223. Whyyou again. Clearly not paying attention, loses it. Incorrect as well there, certainly problems escalating a bit for the Germans here. We do get an elephant here for Helios. Selected. So I'm guessing he might actually go for it. Then of course have to see if it actually ends up doing anything. Another CoH3 away for Smallhnii. Panther 4 going for it, but need to be not coming too hard here without any support or for that matter exit plan. Be quite the blow there to just throw away another Panther 4 like that. You could actually go for another one. You could even do afterwards, maybe go for some armoured side skirts to make them a bit tougher. 30s here for Ziggity. South side, we do get a bit of an allied attack here against Whyyou, against southern positions.
Ammunitions point is being overrun.
There you go, another Panther IV. Helios slowly inching towards that elephant tank destroyer. Full repair assembly for Smallhnii. You see it, they're withdrawing, heavily damaged, dinged up. Badly damaged. There you go, German positions here being once more exposed to heavy artillery out of the Allies.
Damnation! The sector's in enemy hands.
And we got here, big build up here, clearly going to expose,
standby.
I think, unravel the entire thing, going here for the southern point, which is clearly a massive weak point. It's just a single machine gun bunker with nothing else. 2,000 city here, this could really completely unravel their Whyyou again. With enough speed and aggression here.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Yeah, most of everything else he's got is basically up in the north center here. So you can't easily respond to what's going on in the south here. Scouts for Ziggity, part because again he had like no reconnaissance, so like he has no idea ahead of time what might happen. Again, like, you know, reconnaissance is important. Even again, you're playing defensively, knowing what might come your way is a big advantage. Bang is about to go down. Here we got 186, 306. Northeast Panzerjaeger knocked out with the church and pushed back. Helios very close to the elephant. I can't quite remember how much manpower costs. 700 is it 800? I just don't know because so few people like to go for it. Okay, it's 700. So now he can call it in. He just needs to press the button, and there you go. Elephant out. Heavy tank destroyer from 653rd Schwerer Panzerjaeger Abteilung. Based off the Panzerjaeger chassis, which Ferdinand Porsche just kind of built ahead of time. And then it was like, no, we don't need that, Ferdinand. And then, like, you know, he asked Safir for permission to do something, and then he was basically able to make the elephants there instead. Fun fact there. They were supposedly quite effective, but, you know, quite large and slow.
300 points remaining.
Uneasy in trouble, though. Also, fun fact, they're actually initially called Ferdinands, after Ferdinand Porsche. And when they got the upgraded model with a whole machine gun, they got turned into elephant. But little fun fact there as well. Been a while since seen any of those in the game. On an Helios 292 here. Meanwhile, on the south side, Whyyou again find his position being completely crumbled again, just way too inflexible. Lost another Panther IV again. Elephant rolling ahead here. There goes spotting the Churchill tank. Good shot there with its high velocity 18 gun, same as using the King Tiger and the Nashorn and the Yak Panther. I'll use that same 88mm version there from 1943, the Kampfkanone 49, also using the Pack 44. Fun fact there. They're getting blasted. South side here, Ziggity could apply more pressure. He's slowly advancing, but clearly isn't super gung-ho here. Perhaps concerned there might be more hiding out he's not aware of. I can't blame him for it, but fortunately him again, Whyyou again just hasn't really got much of a reserve. But even like built very deep defenses, which of course just further undercut the entire point of what he's doing there.
Belongs to the enemy.
Elephant, they're getting hammered by the units next to attack to take the hit. Mortar immediately obliterated. Being Paul Ludwig, they had to just run off, covered in his friends. Also an ace EC8, there's definitely bad news for the Germans. Elephant on the move there.
Commander, we have artillery on standby.
Making up with the Stu D's, looks like Helios might have a plan here. Or whether or not this plan works is of course an entirely different matter. South side, Whyyou against part of the front line continues to further unravel here. Almost got the ACC team, which certainly helped out the Germans a lot if they could just take out that one. They do get it. Big win here. north, the Germans very slowly advancing, but not with much success. Tank is about to get wiped out. German forces towards the Smallhnii is trying to repair the tank, get absolutely smashed in by what appears to be a mortar round or something else. North side, Stu's bombarding. Elephant just looks like it's getting a move on again. Shoots at the Churchill tank with misses. South side, Whyyou against losses piling up here. 177 to 209. 9 to tank support here for his forces. Grenadiers about to get wiped out. Gunned down with machine guns. Panzerjaeger in trouble. Elephant finally getting a move on here. Got 6 firing. Bounces off, at least initially, off the very thick frontal arm of the Elephant. And there you go, artillery pulled in here, and butterfly bombs in return on the Allies. Almost got the Churchill tank, that was not quite working out here. Foot guards on the flank. Fought by regular section, putting a grenade off, damaging the engine of the Elephant here. Or not. Meanwhile, East diving in here. Stu's finally for Whyyou again. Thumbs up, they're a bit late to the party if anything. More explosions, more mines. East going in for the flank of the Elephant, sensing a mistake here. Ziggity goes in hard. Breathing diesel. And freedom, Alloy charging in, they're going for the Elephant here. One shown unfortunately on the front bit, but the other East is flanking up behind you, popping into round with a lot of damage very fast. East they're completely turned into wreck here. Probably half took out again here, but we've got the 8 rounds here on the Elephant. And full driving. East knocked out though. That ended up being a bit messy there for Ziggity as the other East of course got split off. But I do like the intent. 169% 89 more ECs for Ziggity. 17-pounder guns for Smallhnii, bringing the bigger guns here to match the German big guns. And we got the Stug. 3G.
The beggars are threatening a
bombarded there. More bombardment, the Smallhnii's flanking in. Got the artillery unleashed here. Trying to mine, victory point that keeps it for the Allies. Got the artillery unleashed. And we got the EC being recovered, Elephant moving forwards. Advancing artillery unleashed here. German assault was. Holy smokes! Just one shot at the Bishop. The Elephant. That looked kind of impressive. That absolutely looked impressive. And we actually got the EC being recovered here by Helios. Oh my! And a Panzer German. And the Germans did at times recover a fair bit, few of them, and used them against them. In one case, they actually. Late 1944, as part of the major offensives south of the Ardennes assault area, managed to capture an entire company's worth of Sherman tanks. After the cruisers basically surrendered, or abandoned the tanks and ran off, Germans grabbed basically a company's worth of Sherman tanks. So, little fun fact there.
The enemy has our victory points now.
169, 152 here. 17-pounder gun almost done. German Sherman having at it.
Anti-tank weapon and crew on the field.
There we go, 17-pounder gun ready. Panzer's being molded as we push forwards. South side here is Panther Force. We've got the Armoured Outskirts. 2 thumbs up. Direct hit from the artillery on the Stug as the charge in. 6-pounder crew expired. 17-pounders on arriving here. Both guards and pretty deep source alongside the section. We got the 17-pounder gun lining up here. Good shot on the Stug. Gaining veterans one with a single hit. Good shows that training, obviously. Almost got the Stu D there. 169, 152 allies got near the Germans. At least now, Whyyou again has kind of abandoned his old, just, you know, sitting along one part of the map and just digging in. Plan, it seems like he's committing more to armies, even calling in some Italians to make up for some of his infantry losses. Panzerjaeger Commander for Helios. Seems like the Germans have finally woken up.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Almost got a triple cap here, Elephant withdrawing. Stu's being repaired, EC8 need repairs as well there.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Ziggity, of course, could do with more EC8s, but he's a bit short on the fuel there. And we got more butterfly bombs like Helios across the centre. At the very least, I mean, he could consider more infantry, he could consider anti-tank guns, he could put catchers, I suppose. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised we haven't seen a single fuel cache here, because the Germans clearly have never done anything there. Again, it's such an oversight there, I think, by Whyyou again, though. Like, even with a more mobile force, he's still playing it very passively. 169, 110, Clearly has been caught with the rifle, and the captain forced away quickly and expediently, almost swapped out, in fact. 169, 106. Who's getting hit here? We find Consim got Italians basically being sacrificed here by Whyyou again just to buy a few more moments. Can't afford to the rescue up north here. More allies are being thrown into the mix here just to slow down the German assault here across every point. 169 to 95 south side. Whyyou again slowing them forward to get head on. Not say trying to flank through here and get the out from an angle they're not ready for. Foot guards trouble in the centre there. North here, Churchill tank with 17 pounds of support. Bombing up a pretty tough nut to crack here for Helios, who seemingly also refuses to like go for any flanking manoeuvres. Stu demoing head on. Got bunkers there being set up again by Whyyou again. Teleloider, Elephant right on here against it. EC8 joining in the fun. And there you go, Churchill tank down, but German Sherman no more. 6 or 7 points left here. Elephant just kind of falling apart here as ultimately can't deal with infantry in game. So it has a very, very narrow scope, which again is why people prefer the Tiger tank. Much more flexible. And there you go, Stu D down, Stu D down. 51 points left here. Looks like the Germans might have run out of steam here. Packed bunker for Whyyou again. Nice idea, but a bit late to the party there. And big push for Smallhnii. Going hard here at Helios. The Elephant just sitting back and watching.
Our anti-tank gun crew has been killed.
Almost got Sun Victor point again. He's got 169, 37, 35. Stu keeping sent in again. Head on. No attempt to flank. No attempt to outmaneuver. Not ideal there at all. And we got the Elephant there looking to make a quick escape here. 169 was 28, 27.
Good work, everyone. They're down to only 25 points.
24 points left. Armoured reserves for Helios definitely feels a bit too little too late here. But then again, he could maybe call it some Stu G's turn the tide for Das Vaterland. Moves. 20 points left. Sturmpanzer for Whyyou again seems... Huh? I don't know. I feel like he'd benefit more from infantry at this point. It's like actually flank around the Allied position and get some damage in. Grenadiers wiped out. Now he really bad needs infantry, but probably won't. 14 points left. Only point left being held by the Germans at the centre victory point here. Helios base now forced to dispatch Panzerjaeger for his teammate, because again his teammate just has no infantry left. Again, highlighting a bit the dysfunction here from Whyyou again just doesn't have enough infantry. 6 pounder gun wiped out, there's 7 points left, 6 points left. Pioneers wiped as well there. 3 points left. Remember that, 8-7 GG, 1 point left. Game over. A brutal match on Elst Outskirts. I definitely think Whyyou again needed to be much more active. I get wanting to play defensive, but even with that sort of scope, I still don't think they excuse you from like not even trying to harass your opponent's resources when they're clearly not being defended, and trying to figure out if they're being defended, but also just like not providing any reconnaissance, so at least you can prepare better for the attack. Like, definitely could do better there also with infantry, and similarly, Helios I think at times also just a bit too passive, could be more active, and they both all suffered just unimaginative attacks. They just kind of went in straight lines right into the allied guns, so definitely a lot of room for improvement there, but hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something from it. This was some Pro 19 cheers, and see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. Bye everyone.